Oh wait, that's right. I was going to do a video. Yeah. Shit. Well, anyway. What was I supposed to say? Alright! Hello, Midnighters. I'm Andre Terminator, and today we have a special video. By the way, there's gonna be something important. Something important and special I'm gonna talk about at the end. So stay tuned for that. Now, with that said, you're wondering, what am I doing here? Where is your Transformers Victory review? Well, if you want to know why, it's because, well, I've been doing other things, and, well, I haven't got enough time to do what I was supposed to do. Now, with that said, you're wondering, what am I doing? Well, this is gonna be a review. Yes, I know you're trying to still wait for Transformers Victory, but it's still have not been finished, and also I plan to rewatch the anime before I make the video itself, so you gotta wait some couple of times. Anyway, what kind of review is it? Well, you see, I just borrowed, because in last day I borrowed my big brother Kim's N64, which, yes, it's awesome. Which, by the way, leads to some history. I remember knowing my brother having an N64 for a long time. I remember me and my brother always borrowing it to play some type of games. I remember playing such games as Super Mario 64, Quake, kind of, F-Zero X, and GoldenEye. Now, of course, we did get our own N64, which is why we have a copy of Super Mario 64 on our own, and a copy of Pokemon Stadium. By the way, for those who doesn't know, for those Gen 1ers out there, I played Pokemon Red because included with the N64 was the transfer pack along with the copy of Pokemon Red. So before you're saying that I cannot say that the first generation of Pokemon is trash because I've not grew up with it, well then, tough luck. Now, you may be asking, what game are you gonna review? Let me guess. Let me guess. You're gonna review Super Mario 64 or GoldenEye? No. I'm going to play a game that not many people know. Okay, some people know this game exists, but it's kind of an overlooked game because not many copies for what I've seen has been sold. But I'm still gonna review it due to the fact that it had a big impact. Not only just because it had a big not just because it had a big impact on me, but also because it's my favorite N64 game, and also because, well, I really thought it would be fun to talk about this game. So, with that said, I'm Andre Terminator, and today, not just done its stupidity again. Anyway, I'm Andre Terminator. This is my review of Mischief Makers. I'm pretty sure 99% of the ones who watching this video probably don't know what it is. So, let's stick it into the console. Well, if it wants to work, that is, because, well, yeah, it doesn't want to work sometimes. Ah! Well, there we go. Now I can talk about this game. First of all, little history. Mischief Maker was made in 1997 on the N64 4. The game was developed by Treasure, a company that I'm pretty sure that is probably not relevant. I don't know. I'm pretty sure maybe not. And also was published by Enix before they merged along with Square to become Square Enix. Now I did try to find out how many copies they sold, but I couldn't find any evidence or suggestions on how many copies they sold. But I can guess that it wasn't that much, since that Amazon says that if you want to buy one, it costs almost $200 to buy it. One single copy. Damn, that's a lot. That's just as worse as Shantae. Well, the first game, that is. I'm not saying it's bad, because I barely played it. Now, the footage you would see, well, it's going to be basically me having the camera like this the best way I can, because, well, I don't have anything to record via normal ways, so you have to stick up for this. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell about the story. The story is that a girl by the name of technically a robotic maid girl thing named Marina has been sent to a certain planet to stop. Oh, that was as I was saying. The game is about that person I just mentioned, who's going to stop an evil empire, as well as rescuing his scientist, the person who created her, Professor. Forgot his name. And make sure to save the world, the planet, that is. Of course, cutscenes are plentiful. And yes, some of these creatures look like stupid, weird things. Now, as for the game, the graphics. As you can see, they're using a 2D, 0.5D animation, which in my opinion looks really good. Sure, yes, I mean, some models looks a little outdated, but for its time, I think it looks pretty cool. Yeah. Well, in certain areas it can be kind of weird, and some of it is not. Now, as you can see in certain animations, it looks like there's some of the pages on top where you can see the character expression looks a lot anime-esque. But that's due to the fact that the game has a lot of animation-inspired content. I mean, seriously, if you have not watched the intro, you can basically see that some of the influence, including the story, has anime-inspired content. Yes, I was mean there. I mean, seriously, look at the intro and don't tell me this looks anime-esque. And yes, you can see here is the intro. Don't ignore this thing, the first part here. I don't know about you, but that looks a lot like anime. I mean, seriously, there's a pervert and she punches him. I'll just get into this. Professor, what the hell is that? Now, when it comes to gameplay, you control with the D-pad, obviously, and you jump with the A button and grab with the B button. And if you press C, up, down, and left, you can do a jet booster, which is amazing. And also, let's go with the other mechanic. Yes, you can dash up and something like that. Let's go to the next mechanic. grabbing. If you're grabbing this and press the say to right on this thing, it can move, which is one of the best stages, by the way. Now, as for other mechanics, the grabbing thing, in my opinion, is awesome. Why? Because you can, if you press B and a certain direction on the D-pad, you can throw things. And if you do it while holding something you cannot throw, you can basically do something in this case, which is, well, make a step punch back thing. And yes, these blocks, the red blocks, by the way, can be destroyed by bombs. Now, as for stages, the only kind of negative I have with stages, some stages are kind of annoying to deal with, and some of them can be kind of complicated. My least favorite stage had to go to a hard rush, where I have to run away from, where I have to get to the goal as fast as possible before these red blocks gets destroyed completely. Now, it doesn't seem that hard, but that's due to the fact that I've played this game before. And yes, the goal to get through this game is to get through a gate. If you don't know what I mean, basically you have to get through a certain hidden crystal thing. And oh yeah, by the way, if you collect those gems, you can see your health your health gets restored. Basically, can you see that? Basically, you have to get to that shine star at the end. If you know what to do, well, then you can basically call you a guy who knows how to deal with stages. Satisfying. Now, of course, one of the main things I really like about this game is, one of them is creativity, but I'll kind of talk about that later. One of my favorite things is the boss battles, because oh my god, some of them are good and some of them, well, I don't really have a least favorite boss, but anyway, let's go on to one of my favorite bosses, which is against Magician Brawl. I think they're called Magician Brawl, where we fight against Magician and his son. Well, yeah. Yep. Oh, you don't know where his son is? Oh, there he is. Yep. And the first thing we see, and I like the fact that the first scene we ever see in this one right here is the son, or doesn't even have a name, catches the professor. And what does he do with him? He eats him! Burn, burn, burn! Don't worry, he's alive, so don't get out. Now you may be asking, what's so awesome about this boss battle? Well, to me, the grabbing, remember what I said about the grabbing mechanic? Well, simply put, first you have to get rid of his father by taking his arm and throw it at him. Now you may be wondering, what? Why is it cool? Cool, simply put, this part right here. Basically, after you beat a magician, oh, he gets in the fire breath, then it gets a little harder, but here comes the satisfying thing. In fact, I even say it. And cue the clip.
Ooh, so satisfying.
You saw that right. The thought of, which is my opinion really cool, the thought of taking a giant lizard thing fist and throw it straight back at him is so amazing that I still remember it to this day. Heck, I can even remember every single time. It's that fun to do. I mean, seriously, I can't remember a single boss that gave me so much satisfaction just to beat this thing. I mean, really, that is quite an accomplishment. Now, as for the other bosses I like, well, they're based around the people called three people: Runu, Torsru, and Murkrow. Sorry if I butchered which name. And the second encounter of Luru is amazing. Why? Simply put, see this picture. He is on a vehicle thing. I'm on a cat thing. And look at that. Ooh, look at that. I just went up to the missile and surfing on it. And not only that, I'm picking up the missile and throwing back in his face. To me, this is what I like about anime. They really like to go over the top with certain things, like again, surfing
surfing on it. You know, freaking. And look, I took that laser shot with my bare hand because I can. If you press the grab button at an attack in the right moment, you can turn those into either crystals or just an attack to throw at him. Which is why I can grab his missiles. This is the creativity I like about this game. Now, sure, it might be. Now, of course, let's get on to the next thing. The next boss fight, which is also amazing. And you get, and there's sometimes where he throws a bunch of missiles. Also, that thing turns into a weird transformed face. The other favorite boss is the same encounter with this guy. Now you can see that he shoots a random laser shot. And of course, normally have to hurl those rocks at him. Well, no, don't pay attention to rocks. No. You know what you should pay attention to? You should pay attention to the cannon, because if you grab it and then press up, you can cause it to make him to shoot himself. That is again satisfying. But again, the boss fight against the Midget's son was more satisfying. Also, you know what this thing does? Oh, here's an awesome thing. This thing pulls out a transformer and transforms into a robot. LOL. And also, you have to cut his feet, which I did wrong here. You have to cut it and then just boost it down and then BAM at him, which is also kind of cool. Now, when it comes to bosses, now of course, again, you have saw me talk about these bosses, like how I really like them. However, the most satisfying boss favorite boss in my opinion comes from this thing, Inner Struggle. Why? Well, the first thing we see is this weird totem pole thing that calls the three generals useless because they pretty much failed in the task. And well, and then we suddenly decide to show up. Yep, and then, well, the amazing fight happens. Oh, maybe you're asking, what kind of awesome fight do we see upon us? Well, this boss fight is super creative. You know why? Can you see all these words that are basically negative words? Well, simply put, what you're gonna do is to shake those words. Oh, I forgot to mention there's a mechanic where you can shake things, and you can take those words, then you have to shake them, and then when you shake them enough, you can turn them into positive words, and then you have to hurl back it at him. That, in my opinion, is so amazing. Oh, you can basically see that I'm pretty much trying, but well, basically that's because I'm trying to record. Basically, see, when I take the word blood, well, sorry, I'm trying to show how it works. Basically, I take one word, for example, that, and turn it positive. And my video suddenly got weird. Like, for example, evil turn to good and then hurl it back at him. That is what I really like about this boss fight. It basically says, hey, you know what? Can you see these negative words? Let's change them so we can get something positive out of it. Holy crap, I've never heard of a boss that did that. Which, yeah. More games, in my opinion, should try to have something like this. And it's fun. Now, of course, let's get to another thing. And as you can see, I'm pretty terrible at this. So, yeah, I'm pretty much dead already. Also forgot to mention the game over screen. You can see that there's different points depending on how many, basically the gem souls are actions currency. If you have 10 of them, you can get some of your health back, and if you have 100, you can get all your health back. However, if you don't have, however, the problem is if you don't have any money, like say you have only 6 and cannot heal yourself, you have to press the word "I'm done," and that's game over. Now, the only boss I really hate is this boss with this girl here, which is Marina's evil clone thing. She looks dumb, by the way. First of all, you have to play as a different character, and also, yeah, I did not know how to beat this boss at all. I don't even know how to do this today, and well, it's kind of annoying. So yeah, you can see I'm trying my hardest, and I don't know how to reach her. So basically, yeah, I hate this boss, so you can kind of guess it. And oh, yeah, basically, fun update. I found out how to beat her. You have to press the up and the attack button. Press up on the D-pad and attack button. Couldn't they tell us this before? Because I didn't know about this feature. And I don't know if there's any tutorial that tells you this. So I'm kind of feel like that I got spoiled here. And yeah, you can basically see that, yeah, by the way, if you kept, let her throw the bombs all the way, those platforms will eventually be destroyed, and then you fall into a bottomless pit. Which, by the way, yeah, causing this boss to be, in my opinion, the most frustrating boss I've ever faced, and I still hate it to this day, even though I now know where it is. It's just like when Exo Paranoid Gamer complained about the Death Egg robot fight. Yeah, so that is kind of annoying. Now, as for the as you can see, I've been mostly positive due to nostalgia. Yep, yes, we get it. Nostalgia is very subjugated, and which I'm gonna say later. And yes, nostalgia doesn't work all the time. I can notice the flaws though. I only explain a few things why I liked about the nostalgia and why I like certain bosses. Now, the only kind of negative I can say, and that some of the sprites in the game are kind of ugly, and also the main NPCs look kind of stupid. I mean, seriously, holes, and also the blocks have all the different crazy faces. But once again, creative stages. I mean, one stage you're doing this, riding on a ostrich, fighting against a guy in a mech suit. Like, that's creativity. Now, once again, some stages in my opinion are really annoying and some are not. But overall, this is actually a solid game that people should play, which sadly not many people know about this game. I really wish more people could play this. Now, anyway, back to me, because this is audio.
You know what? I think I've talked a lot about this game, but that's due to the nostalgic feeling I have whenever I play this game. So, my question is, now, here's the question. Should you buy it? Well, to me, if you ask me, you should probably play it on an emulator, because I'm pretty sure you don't want to buy something that's $200. So yeah, there's that. And also, maybe if it's coming on the virtual console, because if it does, good riddance. Which leads to this thing. I want to support a certain person who has put it a thing that you basically support this thing, and then if a certain amount of numbers support this one, the game itself, it will probably do something that will may change some of the people who make this game's minds. And I really want to see this game come back. I mean, unlike a certain other franchise I let's play, Klonoa, for example, that game had a lot of games, but was overlooked. However, this series has sadly only one game, which is the game I've just reviewed. So please, if you like what you saw. Support them, and if you have a computer or an N64 or an iOS, or in this case, this AOS app that can allow you to play N64 games, go ahead and play it. It's a fun experience through and through, which is why, in my opinion, even though that most of this is fueled by nostalgia, some of this is fueled by nostalgia, which is, of course, subjective, and by some things that I can now see the more played. Now, which is why I give it a 10 out of 10 as being, and it also has the title of being my favorite N64 game. So now it's time for update. If you don't know what I mean, basically, here's the thing. This is a message to my school, or as they put it, adult school. What? Anyway, I'm challenging you people, those people who have watched, who has basically that the place where I go to every Monday and Friday, every Monday to Friday. This. Basically, I'm decided to put some polls up on what videos I could do next. Some of them is about some of them can be about, for example, if you want to see a video about my opinions on certain things or something, you can now do that if you want to. So I decided to put a poll. In this case, the poll of what video should I do next week or next day, depending on how long the video takes to come. And you get to decide something. Also, I'm also going to put an extra poll asking if I should make a Patreon page that will, if that helps or it won't help due to the fact that I'm not that well known. But yeah, I guess that's that. With that said, I'm Andre Terminator, and I will see you in my This Is My Thoughts on Transformers Victory. See you then.